Quick look at the forecast before we head into the New Year's weekend out here. But as always, if you do like these updates, check us out on Patreon. I'll put a link down for that below, as well as PayPal. This is just to help me keep these going. The graphics, few people were asking about it the other day, and actually pretty expensive. But I mean, regardless, I think the key thing is donating out there into the Philippines right now to help recovery. But here's the main points. Conditions remain wet in Visayas. Surge will weaken by Monday into Tuesday, though. That's the good news. That shear line will back off just a bit. And also, there's no typhoons in the forecast. That's always fantastic news, right? Above average rainfall, but at least the tropics remaining relatively calm, mainly because of this northeast monsoon and that cold surge, just keeping things dry back towards north. But we still have that easterly flow, and you can see just that big burst of convection moving over Mindanao, eastern areas of Leyte and Visayas, and even extending there into Cebu too, and also into Palawan. I mean, these are all areas that were just ravaged by Typhoon Odette, locally known as Rai out here. So the last thing you need is yet more rainfall. And quite unfortunately, that is the case as we go ahead here on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, maybe even over more so into Monday as well. So let's just take a look at that forecast hour by hour. If here is by Friday, this is by Friday morning, we still have that high pressure area back towards the north pouring in. That means for places like Manila, it's going to be relatively cooler with passing clouds, but really the rainfall's kicking up, especially along the eastern sides of mountains out here. So basically, if you can see the sunrise, you're probably on the east side of these mountains here, and that's the areas where you're probably going to be seeing that heavier precipitation. In just last 48 hours, there has been a few locations out here with well over 50 millimeters of precip, especially there into Samar and Cebu. Even saw reports of flooding into Bohol as well. But you can just take a look at this as we go ahead through Saturday and into Sunday. You still have that shear line set up with that easterly flow, but watch how it backs off just a bit as we head here into Monday, into Tuesday. Well, it didn't show it quite that far, but yeah, it is going to be backing off a bit by early part of next week. So we still got additional rainfall Monday into Tuesday. As I mentioned, the east coast lines, even over, unfortunately, in the Siargao, eastern areas of Bohol, Iloilo, and even somebody said they were getting heavy rain in Mindoro. Yeah, you can still see that easterly flow coming across there as well. So it's kind of one of those events. It's just prolonged monsoonal surge with that shear line, and really going to stick around at least until Tuesday with cloudy skies still in play for Cebu, but at least by the mid part of next week, the rain will begin to taper off a bit. For Metro Manila, though, the rain is, well, south of you. So you got temperatures into the high 20s, not quite the 30s, you know, a little bit cooler than usual, but things are going to be staying partly cloudy. It's not actually until in the mid part of next week that northern areas of the Philippines start to see the rainfall return with another surge that will be setting up at that point. I'll have more about that coming in the next week, but for places like the Cagayan Valley, you for sure will start to see an increase in rainfall. That's not until next week. For now, though, it's decent weather for Manila North through your New Year's weekend. So I hope you get out there and enjoy it. As I mentioned, thanks for everybody on Patreon who helps make these videos possible. You don't have to donate, and I never would ask people that are, recovering from a typhoon. Never would ask you guys. But if you can, and you're especially internationally here, yeah, you can always help out. But that's all for today. It's just a quick update. I was here in the office, had the suit nearby, grabbed it, threw it on, figured why not. It didn't hurt anything. Like I said, graphics are expensive, so I try to put out as many of these as possible. Stay safe out there, guys.